Good evening, everybody. This is Reverend Sam from Amazing Love Sanctuary, Positive Being, Amazing Weddings and Ceremonies. I get them all mixed up. And then just the plain old Reverend Samuel Lopez Facebook page and YouTube channel. Anyway, enough about all that stuff going on. So I wanted to share some thoughts with you this evening really quick before I pack up my briefcase and head out the door. And so it's been a great day. I've had salsa music going on and just been working like a bandit, getting ready for the rest of the week. So a little bit of LOVE-ology I wanted to share with you today, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk about some stuff that will really kind of inspire you and challenge you to get going. So last time I read from the Phillips translation, and those of you that grew up around the Jesus movement in the 60s and 70s, which I did, there was a little translation called the Good News. So I wanted to read 1 Corinthians 13 from the Good News, and you probably haven't heard it in a long time, but it's nice. It's good. I liked it. I forgot how much I liked it. But anyway, let's see. Love is patient and kind. It is not jealous or conceited or proud. Love is not ill-mannered or selfish or irritable. Love does not keep a record of wrongs. Love is not happy with evil, but is happy with the truth. Love never gives up, and its faith, hope, and patience never fail. Love is eternal. And then it kind of closes up these. Meanwhile, these three remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. I don't know. We can't get tired of reading that. It's just always so good and always so timely. It just crosses all kinds of different spectrums of faith and journeys and spiritual truths. Anytime you start talking about love, it's the big picture, never the little picture. So the love, that's why love challenges us, because it's not a little thing. So seeing the divine in others. For those of us as Christians, we would say seeing Christ in others. And a lot of people refer to this one statement by Gandhi, who once said, "I like your Christ, but I don't like your Christians." And he gave us this reason: they are so unlike your Christ. That's a pretty powerful statement. And I would have to imagine that as we start loving, walking in this path of love and learning how to love each other, people start to take notice. Something's different. We're looking at each other different. We're treating people differently. We're responding to people differently. We're more caring, more patient, more empathetic, and our hearts are open to hearing the pain that's in people's lives. And when we start looking at others and seeing that there's this divine spark, this divine breath in each human being, things change. So think of it this way, that inside each one of us, there's this inner dynamism of the spirit, this human torch that glows with the presence of the divine in our lives. And sometimes our religion gets musty and boring, hypocritical, and people quit seeing the beauty of it. So Gandhi was probably right. People can see Jesus and go, "Wow, what a great teacher, what a great prophet, what a great person." But when they look at us, they see the exact opposite. And like all of us, we just resist hypocrisy in so many ways. So when the Spirit is working in our lives, when the divine is working in our lives, there's something that happens. There's something that starts to just come alive in us. And there's something deeper and more real and more authentic that starts to happen in our lives. Other people start to see this beauty that is just flowing inside of us. Everything we do is different. The motives that we do things, our motives are different. Our reasons are different. And most importantly, the way we see each other is different. So can we open up our hearts and our lives to see the divine in each other's life, to see that divine spark, that image that we each bear and we walk with and live with and share, the divine image of God, the divine in our lives? What a beautiful thing if people could see that in us. But most of the time they see our criticisms, they see our anger, they see our frustration, they see our hypocrisy. What a strange strange kind of spirituality that would be. We started walking that way, looking that way. We realize that we bear this resemblance with each other that's divine. This beautiful resemblance that's divine. There's something powerful in that moment when we start to love. Because love speaks to the deepest part of us, our innermost being. And love satisfies something in us that we didn't know we needed. It satisfies our needs, our hurts, satisfies our desires. It illuminates our heart and our soul deep within. And we have this encounter with God that moves us from hate to love, from fear to love, from distrust to love, from beauty, from ugliness to beauty to love. We forget that love is so important. The psalmist wrote, "Delight yourself in the Lord. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desire of your heart." What's the desire of your heart today? To love more? To become a vessel willing to be filled with more love and more grace and more acceptance? So I want to encourage you today to open your heart to love. Open your heart to love. Jesus put it this way. So if we want to talk about this Jesus that Gandhi really liked, but he didn't see in too many of us as Christians, Jesus wrapped it up this way. There's no greater love than this, that a man would lay down his life for his friends. So most of the time, evangelical Christians stop right there. And so they just jump on it and start talking about Jesus dying for your sins and dying on the cross. That wasn't the message here. There is no greater love than this, that a man would lay down his life for his friends. I call you my friends. Wow. I call you my friends. Abide, live in, connect with, enjoy, pursue my love. These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and your joy may be fulfilled. Peace is my gift to you. Don't let your heart be troubled. Trust in God. Trust in me. What a powerful statement. We miss it. We just miss it. We forget that we run around thinking we got to pound the gospel, which that's the Jesus dying on the cross is not the gospel. But we think we got to run around pounding this message down people's throat and jamming it down their throats, and we forget the real reason for this. I call you my friend. So 100 years ago, about that, feels like that. It was that long ago. As a young Christian, for me, just getting ready to go to college, I worked at a Billy Graham crusade as a counselor, and of course, if you were ever at a Billy Graham crusade, I remember you'd go and there would be an altar call, and George Beverly Shea would sing "Just as I Am" or something. How great thou art. And everybody would come down to the altar, and you'd meet with somebody, and you'd pray the sinner's prayer, get them to say the magic word so they can go to heaven, just in case something happened. And in case they died. If you died tonight, would you go to heaven? That was always one of the questions. And you'd teach them, or you'd go through the 4 spiritual laws. So in my senior year of college, I think I was a senior in high school when I was a counselor. So in my senior year of college, this young man ran up to me at Rockmont College, where I was going to school, and said, "Are you Sam Lopez?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'm so-and-so, and you were my counselor at the Billy Graham crusade 5 years ago, and you prayed with me, and I became a Christian." Well, I didn't remember him from Adam. I talked to a bunch of people through that week, that several days of crusade. And as I think about that, as I read what Jesus said, I think about this story and these words of Jesus, and I think about what I went through. Shame on me. That was not. It was very short-sighted. Put a notch in my belt. I was doing my Christian duty. I was sharing the gospel. I was leading people to Jesus. But I was never a friend. I was never a friend. Why do you think when Jesus walked up to those fishermen and said, "Follow me," they dropped everything and followed him? First of all, I don't think it was a one-time encounter. I think it was something that happened day in and day out, that Jesus would walk by those fishing the docks and talk to those fishermen, spoke in their language, drank with them, ate with them, laughed with them, joked with them. He became their friends. And then more than that, he said, "I call you my friend." Have you ever had somebody say to you, "You're my best friend"? And you sit there and think, why? What kind of relationship do we have? How could I be your best friend? I'm not even the nicest guy to you. But when somebody responds to you and says, "You know what? You're my friend," there's something beautiful, something magical, something spiritual, something divine happens at that moment. When we see the divine in each other, and we become friends. It's not friends like in the TV series, sitting on a couch or in front of a water fountain, singing songs, but being friends, loving each other, caring about each other, seeing the divine in each other. That's the kind of friendship that changes your life. That's the kind of friendship that will last for decades. Jesus said it another way. He goes, "You didn't choose me. I chose you. I chose you." I hope today in your life and in your heart, if you're feeling useless, if you're feeling worthless, if you're feeling unworthy, like Bob would say, don't listen to those voices. Listen to that voice in you that says, "I love you just the way you are. I love you with all of your scars. I love you with all of your failures. I love you with all your victories and your talents and your abilities, all the things that you possess that make you unique. I love you with all of that. All the things that you possess that just are terrible, I love you with all of that. Bring me your worst." That's when when you can do that, you start to see the divine in each other. Seeing each other with divine eyes. Seeing each other with God's eyes. When you tell somebody you love them, it'll change their life. When you show them that you're their friend, when you ask them to be your friend, you start to walk together, start to live together, start to hurt together, rejoice together. You start to experience life together with your friends. I see God in you. I hope you see God in others. Well, that's my short word. I got to get rolling out of here, out of my office. It's been a long day, but I wanted to jump on and share this thought with you. So I'll close with my forever love commitment. Brothers and sisters, I want you to know that I am committed to you. You will never knowingly suffer at my hands. I will never say or do anything knowingly to hurt you. I will always, in every circumstance, seek to help you and support you. If you're down and I can lift you up, I will do that. Anything I have that you need, I will share it with you. And if need be, I will give it to you. No matter what I find out about you, no matter what happens in the future, no matter what you find out about me, good or bad, my commitment will never change. And there's nothing you can do about it. You don't have to respond. I love you. That's what that means. You're my friend. You're my friend. Isn't that what Mr. Rogers used to say? It was so simple. Let's be friends. Jesus said that a long time before Mr. Rogers. Well, God bless you. Thank you for watching on Positive Being Here and Now and on our YouTube channel. So you have a great day and a great evening. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be on here tomorrow. And so if you need anything, feel free to give me a call. Give us a call. Give us an email. Give us a text. Whatever. I'm always available. And so I hope you have a great evening. This is Reverend Sam, co-pastor at Amazing Love Sanctuary in Arvada, Colorado. Good night.